It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll be watching Mo Alley Cox. He should be one of his quarterback's best friends this week. It's the Colts and the Bills coming up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen. Greg, this is one that the defensive coordinators have had a long week because these quarterbacks, you can prepare and prepare for them, but because of their legs, you never know what they're going to do.
And when the play breaks down, I think that's where the real fun begins. I mean, it is just so hard. You mentioned it. These defensive coordinators, they spend all week, and every time the ball is snapped, you really have to defend two plays. And what I mean is you defend the initial play that is called by the offense in the huddle, and then you also...
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So out come the Bills and the face of the franchise, 28-year-old Josh Allen. Year 7 already with Buffalo. The last 4 years, over 4,000 passing yards in each. The man who makes this team go.
One thing that was pretty evident when we had a chance to talk to him, Mike, is this guy, he just wasn't satisfied with his individual performance. They came away with the win, and that was great. But one area that seems to continue to hold him back is that he's predetermining where he goes with the ball. Not only did it lead to the 2 interceptions, but it leads to some missed opportunities as the play unfolds. He could have had more touchdown output if he would have just gotten off that first read and found the open man. He got away with it last week. He doesn't want to make a habit of trying to get away with it every week. He needs to clean that up, especially if he wants to come away with a win here today.
3rd and 5. They'll motion over Samuel. Allen on 3rd down. Has his man. It's Samuel. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Motion man, set right. On 1st down, it's Allen. That one intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Blackman. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Indianapolis led out by their quarterback, Anthony Richardson, the number 4 overall pick in 2023, had some highlight moments but injured most of the year. Greg now in his 2nd year in the NFL out of Florida.
There wasn't really anything fancy about their performance in last week's win, Mike. I mean, he had the 1 interception. He would clearly like to have that one back. But for the most part, I thought he did a nice job keeping the ball out of harm's way. However, it's clear after reviewing the film, he left a lot of opportunities out there. I think there was a lot of meat left on that bone. The 2 touchdown passes, those were great. If he's going to continue to lead his team to more wins in the future, he has to do a better job identifying those mismatches, finding those opportunities, and when they present themselves, he's got to take it.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
A great chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's 1st and goal. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis. It's his third touchdown on the year. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Johnson now to return. Now an opening past the 30. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And as we move into the second half of the season, he continues to put up the big numbers. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Cooper going in motion. They go play action now. Here's Allen. And they'll pick up the first down. A gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Delay of game, offense. Still second down.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll take this ahead to the 43-yard line. That's E.J. Speed getting in there to make the tackle. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Allen. He's got the hook up there to Cooper. A gain of 18 for number 18. And a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. They'll motion over Samuel. On third down, it's Josh Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
First down, Buffalo.
Slot receiver, headed right. Play action, it's Allen. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. Anthony Gould now to return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts offense ready for their second possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. He'll look deep for Pittman. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Cox. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. He's going to keep it himself. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Richardson. To the left side and taken in by Downs. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. On play action, Richardson. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Under pressure, he's going to go down again. They've sacked him for a 2nd consecutive time.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Richardson. He's got it at about the 8, and he will score. Michael Pittman. Touchdown, Colts. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, if I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer, because right now, they don't have one.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts will move out to a 14-7 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. the Bills offense. And Josh Allen headed back onto the field. And he's off to a fast start throwing the football. Pretty good numbers already just in this first quarter of play. Now Allen on first down. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
We are through one. 14-7 is our score. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll motion over Samuel. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
In motion, Shakir. Allen going to throw again. That one knocked away and incomplete. Amari Cooper was the man he was looking for. It's 2nd down. On play action, Allen. That'll be intercepted. And the Colts will take over here just past the 30.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but the wheels as well. The NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That one complete to Pierce. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You saw a great example of it here.
He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Throwing is Richardson. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down. Here's Richardson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Returnable from the 17. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Cook. He'll get this ahead for about 3. That's Latu, the rookie out of UCLA, in there on the stop. They face second down and 7. Cooper going in motion. Now Allen. Throw is caught by Cooper on the right side. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. 3rd and a yard. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Josh Allen on the bootleg. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. So they come to the line for first down and 10. To throw again, it's Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. In motion, Shakir. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Passes kick is good. And the Bills are back within 4 at 14-10.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Colts offense back onto the field for their next possession. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Matt Milano there to stop him. Here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
They go right back to Taylor. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Rasul Douglas there to break that one up. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. Open man, right side. He's got it. A pickup of 15 in the air. 1st down, Buffalo.
Having the ability to move your running back to the widest receiver, they call those the number 1 receiver, meaning he's the closest to the sideline, it really forces a defense to show their hand. Do we keep a corner out there, and I know it's zone, or do I move a linebacker or safety out there, and now you tell the offense that it's man covered?
And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll begin with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw, it's Richardson. He gets this one complete to Pittman. That's number 40 on the season for him.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big games like this.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down. Now Richardson. He's got it inside the 5. To the goal line and in. Alec Pierce. Touchdown, Indy. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The extra point by Gay is good. And the Colts are out to a 21-10 lead. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Before we get to this next drive, I want to take a look ahead what's coming up in prime time starting tonight. Sunday Night Football, 2 of the biggest surprises from last year in the NFL. Lions and Texans at NRG Stadium. And then on Monday night, it'll be the Dolphins and Rams in Southern California. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. They go play action now. Here's Allen. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. The Bills bringing on the punt team. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. This one, returnable. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Allen. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. He's looking deep for Shakir. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
The kick is good. Makes the score Colts 21, Bills 17.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Colts offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now he'll run it. Richardson going to hit the deck here, but not before he picks up a 1st down.
That's good for a Colts.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good. And the Colts can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We saw a strong first half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. He got off to a hot start with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, threw another for good measure in the second quarter. So he has been on target throughout.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he continues to show off his ability to run with the football when the situation calls for it. He is the NFL's leader in rush yards at the quarterback position. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Taron Johnson.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Cooper going in motion. On 1st down, it's Allen. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. On 2nd down, Allen. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. A run out of the gun with Cook. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Allen. Right side, hauled in by Samuel. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a 1st down as they're able to get the conversion and set up 1st and goal. Here's Cook. Trying to fight his way into the end zone, but they will mark him short. Down at the 1. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. From the gun, Josh Allen. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
They'll run. It's Cook. Good blocking, and he's in. James Cook Touchdown, Bills. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, and when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
Is good. That ties the game 24-24.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this 3rd quarter, and it's 1st and 10. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. The ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw, Richardson. He'll try and get there on the ground.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
And he'll get about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
It's not just the blockers creating yards for him out there. He created most of that yardage on his own, shrugging off the initial tackle attempt and continuing to rumble downfield.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Taking off.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
He's got a man. That's complete. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this 2nd half. That grab gets them a 1st down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. From the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Again, it'll be Taylor. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short, no gain. Once more from the 2, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Taylor. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it, and he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs.
Clearly, this coach thought this was a moment he could strike. Thought he had a play to get this one in the end zone to take a touchdown lead, but instead, the defense comes up with a huge stop, and we still got ourselves a tie ball game.
James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out, and they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Allen going to give this to Davis. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Throwing is Allen. Samuel there to make the catch. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Bills.
Play action. It's Allen. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. Not just a 1st down, but reception number 70 on the season. On the zone read, a handoff here to Cook. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. Cooper going in motion. On play action, Allen. There's that man again. Another catch. Here's a 3rd down and 4. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Allen. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge 1st down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession. He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
They just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Bills 1st down.
You get in these situations, 3rd down, tie game, 4th quarter. I mean, this is really where your quarterback makes his money. You are going to put your faith and say, all right, what is the best play for this offense to execute? And the game really rests in the hands of your quarterback. And he continues to come up with these 3rd down pickups and continues to extend this drive. He's got a shot to come away the hero and win this game here late.
Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plane, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. One more time with Cook. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the fourth quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Next to score, Bills 31, Colts 24.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Big play coming up. This is third down. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
On first down, it's Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll take this down to about the 15. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go right back to Taylor. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. A successful drive, but in danger of stalling. Trying to convert now on 3rd and 7. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This to get the deficit down inside of a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer. After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So Allen and the Bills getting set for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Now Allen to throw on second down. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down. And some problems communicating on third down, and that's going to be a delay.
Offense. Still third down.
So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face third and long. From the gun, it's Allen. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down.
As this clock continues to tick, we're getting dangerously close here to do-or-die territory. But after that third down sack, real good chance of getting off the field. No points allowed. We'll see if their offense now can do their job, because defense certainly did theirs.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Colts offense running back Jonathan Taylor set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 39-yard line.
From the gun, Richardson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Bills offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. Allen working from the pistol. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Allen will throw. That's taken in by Shakir. 10 catches now in the game. They've gone his way early. So now Shane Steichen unhappy with the last call, and out comes the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. They'll motion over Samuel. Allen going to give it to Cook. Can't fault the effort. He got him for a couple of tackles, but ultimately the defense gets him for a loss of yardage.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. A design run here for Allen.
And a nice job there defensively on third down, not overcommitting to their pass rush. Having a plan for this quarterback as a designed runner, they're able to stop him short of the first down.
So now it's Tyler Bass on in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead. So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. Here's Gould on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Colts offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. Richardson operating from the pistol. Now he'll run. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. He'll run again. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
And this has been a familiar sight all day today for this defense. They have no answer for this quarterback as a runner. That last scramble puts him over 100 yards for the day.
I'll throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week.
Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Timeout, Indianapolis. That is their second. Talk things over before 3rd down.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. A gain of 26 yards, and the decision to go for it winds up being a good one.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
They'll drop to throw. That one complete to Pierce. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. On 2nd down, Richardson. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Here's Taylor. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3.
Mike, this is the right call. I know it didn't necessarily work out for them in this case, but with this little amount of time left, try to end the game in regulation. Don't force this thing to overtime. They get that 2-point play. Barring a miracle, they win. They end up coming up short, but I still think it's the right play.
In need of a recovery and a quick field goal. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And the defense has it. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Here's 2nd down. Throwing is Richardson. Pass right side to down. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So a road win here for the Bills. And make that a 5th straight victory, as they're looking tougher and tougher to beat every week, especially heading to playoff time. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.